Bruss, there are some serious things going on in Nigeria right now. Now, the interesting thing about it is that Nicki Minaj, yes, the Nicki Minaj, is talking about Nigeria and Christian persecution. And the way she's framed it, as in, bruss, I have a lot of questions. And you know what? This is my thing. Anytime that a global superstar starts mentioning Nigeria repeatedly, like again and again, I don't think that it's random. Like, definitely not in 2025. Like, Nicki Minaj, she recently posted online about Christians being targeted worldwide. And she talked about people of faith being under attack and how governments are ignoring it. But what kind of caught me off guard and what caught a lot of people off guard is that she keeps looping it back to Nigeria. Let me flip the screen.
In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart. And entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. Nigeria is a beautiful nation with deep faith traditions and lots of beautiful barbs that I can't wait to see.
For starters, she mentions Christians, but when we look at the stats, the raw facts, the numbers, bruss, majority of the people that have been killed are Muslim. So I understand you making the original tweet about people of faith. You made it a blanket statement. But if the majority are Muslims, why would you then make it about Christians in this particular speech? If we're going to talk about Boko Haram, it's about education from the West. They're against Western education. Boko means book, and Haram, I'm sure you can put the two together and understand what's happening. So they have gone and they've killed Christians, burned down churches, yes, but they've also targeted Muslims that they believe are following Western education. If it's not their ideology or their education, they will still go for Muslims. They're not exempt. And the stats say that they're the majority that are being killed. So what are we doing here? What are we actually like, bruss? This seems like Iraq all over again. It seems like a reason for Americans to come into Nigeria. I'm pretty sure that Donald Trump has a friend or a family member or a business partner that has interest in Nigeria, financial interest. It's always to do with resource. I'm pretty sure. And he's using Nicki Minaj. Of all people, Nicki Minaj. They always go for the celebrities. They go for the famous people so that they can psyop the minds of people because people worship celebrities. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a Dave Chappelle skit.
Stop worshiping celebrities so much. Just don't pay attention. I remember right around September 11th, Ja Rule was on MTV. That's what they said. We got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja's thoughts are on this tragedy. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this, nigga? This is ridiculous. I don't want to dance. I'm scared to death.
Literally. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule has to say? Like, respectfully, who gives a fuck what Ja Rule has to say? Who gives a fuck what Nicki Minaj has to say? I don't want to dance. I don't want to listen to music right now. I understand that they need to speak out. I get that. But this was a step too far. Like, Nicki Minaj going and talking on national TV, national stage. What is that going to do? The only thing that it's going to do is it's going to psyop people. They're going to think a particular way. Her rhetoric has been Christians. Meanwhile, Christians are the minority of the people that are being killed. To me, there is some sort of intention behind it. And when this all topples down, when shit hits the fan, she's going to say, I got told to do it. I got ushered into it. I got tricked. That will be the next thing. The next thing will be, it wasn't my fault. Listen, man, I get making a post as a musician and saying that the government needs to do something about it because a lot of Nigerian musicians, entertainers have come out and they've spoken about it. Don Jazzy, he came out and he said, the perpetrators deserve no mercy. There is an urgent need for our armed forces to eliminate every single one of these terrorists. It wasn't always like this. Terrorism cannot be a part of our normal lives. Where are they appearing from and disappearing to? Which is true. Where are they going? Where is the intelligence? Mr. President, please demand more accountability from your security chiefs. This needs to end now, sir. It's true. What he's saying is facts. Mr. Macaroni, he said, President, you made a vow to end the scourge of insecurity once and for all if elected president of Nigeria? What changed? What are you doing about the kidnap of innocent school children in Kebbi? Who else now? Young John. Let me see if I can zoom into this. He said, it's disheartening that Nigeria is still confronted with such overwhelming challenges. The insecurity has become unbearable, and it's very clear that the leaders and we citizens must rise to do better. Even as we pray for God's strength to guide and sustain us through these difficult times, in light of these, I've decided to postpone the release of my album to a later date. Above all, I'm praying for healing across the nation, that God restores peace, unity, and hope to Nigeria. Young John has done something very honorable. He's pushed back his album because he gets the message. This ain't about music right now. Real things are happening. You've got Nicki Minaj on a stage talking about her barbs. We don't want to hear about your barbs. Who else? Omalay. He come out and said, no Jesus, no Allah, no prayer is saving us, which is, I think, is wild. Nothing changes until we wake up. Allah, Davido. He said, my heart goes out to the young girls kidnapped in Kebbi and to their families. No family deserves the pain. As Nigerians, we must stand together in unity and continue working towards a country where every child can grow up in safety and hope. I'm also deeply saddened by the tragic attack on the church in Kwara State. I pray for the families who lost loved ones and for everyone affected by this heartbreaking incident. These acts of violence must never become our norm. Everything must be done to bring the Kebbi girls home safely. I urge anyone with credible information to come forward in whatever safe and responsible way they can so it can support ongoing efforts to rescue them. May God watch over the girls until they return. May he comfort the grieving families in Kwara, bring peace to our nation, and put every sponsor of violence and disorder to shame. That video, that was very honorable. I love that message. That was beautiful. So Charles Inojia came out as well, and he had this to say.
Dear Nigerian politician, whatever political position you hold in this country, know today that you are complicit in all of the banditry, insurgency, kidnapping that has crippled Nigeria. If you still find reason to turn the other way, if you can still find justification for your silence, know that you are complicit. Yes, if it does not bother you that your parents, your townsmen and women are not safe in their ancestral farmlands, that your siblings are not safe in their schools, your mothers not safe in their marketplaces, not in their places of worship, if you can still find reason to keep quiet, then you are complicit. Yes, if for political expediency, party affiliation, ethnic leanings, religious affiliations, you can keep quiet and pretend that you do not see this nation sliding dangerously to a state of anarchy, then you are complicit. Today belongs to you. Tomorrow belongs to another. When tomorrow comes, you will be called to give account of your complicity, if not in the court of men, most certainly before your creator.
I'll be real. The only answer that I can see that is logical is for there to be different armies for different corners of Nigeria. South Army, North Army, East. Listen, let there be different armies and let's see what happens. Honestly, let's see where this goes. Let's see something. Because in all honesty, this whole one army securing the whole country, let's be honest, it isn't working. I get celebrities being deeply saddened and trying to make messages and reaching out. I get it. But bros.
Stop worshiping celebrities so much. Just don't pay attention. I remember right around September 11th, Ja Rule was on MTV. That's what they said. We got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja's thoughts are on this tragedy. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this, nigga? This is ridiculous. I don't want to dance. I'm scared to death. I want some answers that Ja Rule might not have right now. I think when bad shit happens to me, I'll be in the crib like, oh God, this is terrible. Could somebody please find Ja Rule, get hold of this motherfucker so I can make sense of all this. Where is Ja?
Nicki Minaj, I understand that, you know, you have a huge fan base in Nigeria, etc., etc. You're a Christian, but please stop this messaging because this is dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. And you don't even know the people that have asked you to perpetuate this message. You don't even know why they're asking you. Please stop. I've said what I've said. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. What do you think about all of this, man? I have no more words to say, man.